Bruce Banner, aka the Incredible Hulk, has had quite an impact on the MCU. There have been some obvious changes since his first in-continuity appearance back in 2008, but has the characterization developed during that time? Is Bruce still the same angry SOB he was at the start? Or has he managed to locate some Xanax?
First things first, Ang Lee's Hulk movie is not part of the MCU, as we're sure you're aware, but we wanted to mention it for reasons that will become clear shortly. So officially, Ed Norton's version kicked things off, which is weird because it more or less picks up from the previous movie, with Bruce on the run in Brazil, searching desperately for a cure, all the while trying to repress the beast within and stop another outbreak. He learns some belly dancing techniques, gets slapped about a bit, but can't prevent a factory mishap spreading his gamma-filled blood. A colossal balls up considering this is one of the most intelligent dudes on the planet, but it does prompt a great Stan Lee cameo, so we'll give him a pass.
He can't be the Hulk. I'm the Hulk.
Bruce is drawn out of hiding and returns to the US of A to retrieve his research and swallow it? How did he make it back? Who knows? If only there was some sort of wall to keep him out. Anyway, Bruce makes his way back to find, shock horror, his super hot ex is with another guy. He manages to cockblock him though, and quickly gets back into his hulking ways. You see, General Ross is still on his ass, and has recruited Mr. Orange himself to help take Banner down. Several increasingly silly fight scenes ensue, until Hulk manages to smash Abomination, before fleeing to Canada where it appears Bruce has gained some control over the beast. Or maybe he's just enjoying the whole rage monster thing now.
Hulk's next appearance comes in 2012 as the Avengers are assembling, and like Jack and Hagar, he's stolen a new face, this time looking more like that dude from Zodiac, where he previously met Tony Stark and Quentin Beck. Apparently Ed Norton was too much of a diva to come back, plus he was never right for the role. Anyway, Bruce is back in hiding, this time in India, where Black Widow recruits him, against all common sense, to join Earth's mightiest heroes. We're instantly reminded why this is a very bad idea. He nearly falls prey to Loki's shenanigans, and follows this with a brief fight with Thor, which ends in a stalemate, plus a whole lot of collateral damage. Despite his destructive tendencies, Banner proves himself a useful ally, transforming back into the Hulk to, well, smash up some more shit.
Stating the obvious, but this Hulk looks very different from the previous incarnation, and these are welcome changes, showcasing some massive strides in CGI. He's not as sinewy this time, looks more like his host, and has less Ryu-style hair. He's clearly very temperamental, but Hulk seems relatively happy so long as there are plenty of bad guys to take on. Further aspects of the character explored in Age of Ultron. Bruce has got a new thing for redheads for a start. He also co-creates the film's villain. But there's evolution on the Hulk front too. Black Widow's developed a method of calming the beast, meaning he's more easily tamed. Seems rather convenient, but all that gets tossed out the window when Scarlet Witch whispers sweet nothings in his ear, sending Bruce on a rampage through Johannesburg. And since Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson doesn't exist in this universe, Tony Stark is forced to intervene with his specialty Hulkbuster armor, which seemingly does the trick. After helping out with the final battle, surprise surprise, Bruce exiles himself again, finding his way to Sakaar, where he's been living peacefully as the Hulk. Just joking, he's been fucking shit up.
We learn Hulk has been in the driver's seat for the past 2 years, and while he remains in his green form, he actually matures, making him roughly on a par with a toddler when we catch up with him in Ragnarok. His ego's developed too. He actually seems to enjoy his celebrity status, and who knows how much alien poontang he's getting. And there's even a hint of regret for his actions back on Earth. Despite the Green Goliath's refusal to change back, the power of boners proves insurmountable, and Natasha again draws Banner out. And the character's even more timid and indecisive than usual. This could be down to the film's direction. He's playing for laughs this time, so the eccentricities add to the comedy, and it ain't too dissimilar to Ruffalo's first awkward appearance. And like Banner says, he's completely disoriented after being locked away for the past couple of years. Plus, those Stark clothes really ride up in the crotch. Again, a few weird things happen, with Bruce unable to instantly Hulk out when jumping from Grandmaster's sex ship, which has worked every time previously. Is this another reversal for laughs, or is Banner having trouble channeling his inner beast?
Next comes Infinity War, and we're almost immediately reintroduced to the big green bugger, but not before Loki cues him in. Gotta have those callback lines! After receiving a royal hiding from Thanos, Hulk basically retreats for the rest of the movie, and from there on pretty much becomes Tony Stark, a smart guy in a suit of armor. What's with all these Stark hand-me-downs anyway? But let's face it, it's pretty commendable. It takes a big old pair of balls to put yourself in the line of fire, no matter how good your Hulkbuster armor is. So if nothing else, Bruce has proven himself truly heroic. I mean, I didn't see Hawkeye lining up for action during the invasion of Wakanda. Did you? And Banner's been a very reluctant hero up until this point.
So has the Hulk changed? Well, this is a weird one. While there have been staple characterizations that have held the MCU in place, he's funny, he's stoic, he's weird, he's also funny. Another quipper. Look, you get the idea. Hulk and Banner have pivoted depending on the circumstances, sometimes with very little in the way of explanation. In his first appearance, he hulks out when his heart rate goes over 50 miles an hour. In Avengers, we learn he can hulk out on cue. Then we discover Hulk can repress Banner, which is all directly at odds with the portrayal in Infinity War where instead of hulking out, he pusses out. Though the official line on this is that Hulk is tired of being used as Banner's get-out-jail-free card.
The lack of a Ruffalo-centric solo Hulk movie doesn't help matters either. Whereas the other core Avengers got 3 films each, Marvel aren't actually able to make more Hulk movies because of a pre-existing distribution deal with Universal, which all kicked off with that Ang Lee movie we mentioned earlier. So far, Ragnarok is the closest we've come to really getting under the Ruffalo Banner skin, but there's still a few grey areas because that was Thor's movie. What we do know is that the game has changed since 2008. The MCU has introduced some massively powerful characters, and despite being the most powerful Avenger, maybe Hulk's a little out of his depth these days.
So what should we expect in Endgame and beyond? Well, our best guess is that this is all part of some elaborate arc whereby Banner eventually manages to leverage control over the Green Guy, a special relationship whereby the characters can work together, like they've done in the comics. Or maybe they'll just keep changing things up because the characterization has been all over the place up to now, but you'd have to say that's par for the course for a character as volatile as Bruce Banner.
Thanks for watching this video. Do us a favour and hit the like button, and leave a comment to let us know your thoughts on Bruce Banner. If you don't, it might make us angry, and you won't like us when we're angry. Just kidding, we just popped a Xanax. Next week we'll be switching tracks to see who could kill Game of Thrones The Mountain, but don't worry, we'll be getting on to the Star-Spangled Avenger after that. In the meantime, why not check out these other fun MCU recap videos we made?